Welcome to Jonesin, where we go over trippy true crime and the drama that surrounds it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe.
Hey guys. All right, here we're going to go ahead and do the reading of the Probable Cause Affidavit for Tiffany Michelle Adams in the disappearance of Veronica Butler and Jillian Kelley. State of Oklahoma versus Tiffany Michelle Adams. Affidavit of probable cause for arrest warrant. The undersigned, of lawful age, being first duly sworn upon oath, deposes and states as follows. I am Special Agent Jason out of the Oklahoma State Bureau of Investigation. I have been a law enforcement officer in the states of Kansas and Oklahoma for approximately 27 years and served in the capacity of an investigator for over 20 years. I have read and prepared certain official investigative reports and statements of witnesses regarding the above named defendant, and from these statements and reports, it appears as follows. On Saturday, March 30th, 2024, the Texas County Sheriff's Office requested the OSBI and their investigative services with the suspicious disappearance of Veronica Butler, 27, and Jillian Kelley, 39, from rural Texas County after their vehicle was found abandoned near Highway 95 and Road L south of Elkhart, Kansas. Butler and Kelley were traveling to Oklahoma from Hugoton, Kansas. Interviews were conducted related to their disappearance, and it was discovered that Butler was in a problematic custody battle with Tiffany Adams for the custody of Butler's two children. The father of those children was Wrangler Rickman, Adams's son. Butler's visitation with her children was court-ordered to be supervised every Saturday. Adams had a particular person she preferred to supervise those visitations, and that was Cheryl Blank. The court ordered Adams to pay Cheryl to supervise visits if that was who she wanted to be present. Otherwise, Butler was to choose and pay for the person to supervise. Adams said Cheryl was unavailable to supervise the visitation on March 30th, 2024, so Butler was required to arrange the supervision with one of her 3 approved individuals. Butler contacted Kelley of Hugoton, Kansas, and planned to have her supervise the visit. Butler told family members she was going to pick up her children from Adams at 10 a.m. at the Four Corners, is the intersection of Highway 95 and US 64 West, a location in Texas County, Oklahoma. Butler and Kelley left Hugoton, Kansas, and traveled to Highway 95 and Road L, about 5 miles north of the Four Corners. Butler and Kelley arrived at that location at approximately 9:40 a.m. Butler planned to bring her daughter to a birthday party, but after they did not arrive, the family began looking for Butler. Melissa and Joey, who were Butler's family members, located Butler's abandoned vehicle just west of the intersection of Highway 95 and Road L. Melissa and Joey, Butler's family, then contacted law enforcement at 12:09 p.m. An examination of the vehicle and area surrounding the vehicle found evidence of a severe injury. Blood was found on the roadway and edge of the roadway. Butler's glasses were also found in the roadway south of the vehicle, near a broken hammer. A pistol magazine was found inside Kelley's purse at the scene, but no pistol was found. Adams told OSBI that on Friday night, March 29th, 2024, Rickman and Butler's children stayed the night with some family friends. Adams said she planned to pick them up that morning before visitation. Adams said she called Butler at 9 o'clock in the morning to confirm the meeting, and Butler told Adams that something came up and she was not going to make it. Butler's phone records confirmed the call occurred. However, at the time of the call, OSBI interviewed Cheryl, and she said she was available to supervise the visit that day, but Adams told her to take a couple of weeks off from the visitation so Adams could question the children related to how Butler's approved visitation supervisors were. Butler and Kelley's phone records indicate their devices were actively sending signals to their carriers until approximately 9:42 in the morning, after which the devices were no longer seen by the networks and stopped transmitting. Neither phone was found at the scene or within the vehicle, and they are currently missing. Adams was the last known person to communicate with Butler and was scheduled to meet Butler and Kelley for visitation at 10 a.m. on March 30th, 2024. Through the child custody case, recordings were obtained where Rickman, who is Tiffany Adams' son, discussed death threats made to him by Adams and Adams' boyfriend, Tad Cullum. The custody battle began in February of 2019 with many hearings and court appearances. On March 18th, 2024 and March 20th, 2024, motions were filed requesting extended visitation for Butler. A hearing was scheduled to occur on April 17th, 2024, this week. Butler's attorney informed OSBI that Butler was likely to receive unsupervised visitation with her children at that hearing. At times, Adams refused to let even her son Rickman have his children, even though Rickman had legal custody of them. Law enforcement previously responded to a call for service where Adams refused to give Rickman his children. Reportedly, the officer told Rickman he believed the children were better off in Adams's care. Rickman's grandmother, Debbie, reported that in mid to late February 2024, Rickman told her they didn't have to worry about the custody battle much longer because Adams had it under control, and that Adams knew the path the judge walked to work, and, quote, "we will take out Veronica at drop-off," quote. Rickman was confirmed to be in a rehabilitation facility in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma at the time of the disappearance. The children remain in the custody of Adams. Rickman denied having that conversation with his grandmother, Debbie. On April 1st, 2024, OSBI agents obtained a search warrant for Adams' cellular phone. OSBI agents performed an extraction on the device. Information gained from the device included web searches for taser pain level, gun shops, prepaid cellular phones, and how to get someone out of their house. On April 3rd, 2024, OSBI interviewed CW, who is age 16. CW is the daughter of Cora Twombly and Kobe White. Cora is married to Cole Twombly. CW stated that she had overheard group conversations related to Butler not protecting her children from her brother, all in reference to a sexual abuse allegation. CW advised that she was told by Cora that Adams, Cullum, Cora, Cole, and Paul Grice were involved in the deaths of Butler and Kelley. She stated that Adams had provided burner phones to use so they could communicate without using their personal devices. CW saw 2 burner phones charging on Cora's nightstand in her bedroom. So CW is Cora's daughter. CW described Cora, Cole, Adams, Cullum, Paul Grice as being part of an anti-government group that had a religious affiliation. Through OSBI investigation, it was learned that they call their group God's Misfits. Regular meetings are held weekly at Twombly's and the home of Barrett and Lacey, who were the family friends that the kids were supposedly with the night before Veronica and Jillian went missing. CW was told on March 29th, 2024 that Cora and Cole would not be home in the morning when she woke and were going to be on a mission. When CW awoke at approximately 10 a.m., Cora and Cole were not home, but came home around 12 p.m. CW knew that Cole and Cora took a blue and gray Chevrolet pickup owned by them and a blue flatbed pickup owned by Clint Twombly, who is Cole Twombly's brother, when they left and returned in the same vehicles. CW was told to clean the interior of the Chevrolet pickup. CW asked Cora what had happened and was told that things did not go as planned, but they would not have to worry about her, meaning Butler, again. CW was told that Cora and Cole blocked the road to stop Butler and Kelley and divert them to where Adams, Cullum, and Grice were. CW asked about Kelley and why she had to die and was told by Cora that she wasn't innocent either, as she had supported Butler. CW asked Cora if their bodies were put in a well, and Cora replied, something like that. CW also disclosed that other attempts to kill Butler occurred during February of 2024 near Hugoton, Kansas, in which Adams, Cullum, Cole, Cora, and Grice went to Hugoton, but Butler did not leave her residence. This is consistent with the web search discovered on Adams' phone about how to get someone out of their house. According to Cora, the plan was to throw an anvil through Butler's windshield while driving, making it look like an accident because anvils regularly fall off of work vehicles. While in Carrick, Texas, interviewing CW and her brother, Cora and Cole arrived and tried to get access to CW and her brother. Cora was verbally aggressive and was very upset with Urifiant that she was not granted access to CW and her brother. Cole exited the vehicle armed with a handgun and a holster on his belt. OSBI investigation showed that Adams searched for gun shops on her cellular phone. A search of local gun shops showed Adams buying 5 stun guns at the Big R store in Guyman, Oklahoma. The purchase was made on March 23rd, 2024. OSBI investigation showed that Adams purchased 3 prepaid cellular phones from Walmart in Guyman, Oklahoma on February 13th, 2024. The phones were identified by phone numbers blank, blank, and blank. Search warrants for information related to location services and phone usage were completed for each device. It was learned that all 3 phones were at the area where Butler's car was located and the last known location of Butler and Kelley at the time of their disappearance. All 3 phones were powered on and accessed the cellular network for the first time at or near Cullum's residence at different times prior to March 30th, 2024. On March 30th, 2024, phone numbers blank and blank before Butler and Kelley's disappearance were at the Twombly's residence prior to going to or near Cullum's residence. Butler and Kelley's disappearance at 10:05 and 10:16, phone numbers blank and blank were in the area at or near Cullum's residence. After Butler and Kelley's disappearance on March 30th, 2024, between 10:16 and 10:35 a.m., it was determined that phone numbers blank and blank were at a property owned by Jamie, below a dam in the pasture where fresh dirt work was located by a Eurofiant. Concrete was moved from a location near Jamie's residence, approximately 150 to 200 yards below the dam, where it was discovered that a hole had been dug and filled back in and then covered with hay. The location where Butler and Kelley disappeared from and where Butler's vehicle was located is approximately 8.5 miles away from the location below the dam on Jamie's property. Given drive time from the location of where Butler's vehicle was located to Jamie's property, well within the 34 minutes between the time of Butler and Kelley's phones stopping transmission and prepaid phone numbers blank and blank arriving at the dam on Jamie's property. All prepaid phones stopped transmitting on the morning of March 30th, 2024 at locations near Twombly's residence and Jamie's property. Wherefore, affiant prays this court to issue a warrant for the arrest of the within named defendant, that he or she may be brought before a magistrate and held to answer for their offenses of Count 1, murder in the first degree, Count 2, murder in the first degree, Count 3, kidnapping, Count 4, kidnapping, and Count 5, conspiracy to commit murder. This is just information explaining the charges. Count 1, murder in the first degree, deliberate intent, a felony. This one is for Veronica Butler. By aiding and abetting in the commission of the deliberate and intentional taking away of the life of a human being on or about the 30th day of March 2024, and then and there willfully, unlawfully, and feloniously, without authority of law, aid and abet in the death of Veronica Butler, who was lured to the location of Highway 95 and Road L in Texas County, Oklahoma, and certain mortal wounds were inflicted, and Veronica Butler did in fact die as a result of the wounds inflicted. It is the same exact thing for Count 2, except Count 2, murder in the first degree, deliberate intent, a felony, is for Jillian. So Count 1 is for Veronica, Count 2 is for Jillian. So 3 and 4 the same thing. 3 is for Veronica, 4 is for Jillian. So Count 3 is kidnapping, a felony, on or about the 30th day of March 2024 by aiding and abetting the forcible seizing of Veronica Butler from Highway 95 and Road L, County of Texas, Oklahoma, and confining Veronica Butler in another vehicle and transferring said victim to another location without lawful authority and with the intent to cause Veronica Butler to be confined, imprisoned against her will. Count 4 is the same exact thing, but for Jillian Kelley. And Count 5 is conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree, deliberate intent, a felony, by conspiring, agreeing with Tad Cullum, Cora Twombly, and Cole Twombly to commit the crime of murder in the first degree, a felony on or about or between the 13th day of February 2024 and the 30th day of March 2024. By arranging and planning the deliberate, intentional, and unlawful taking away of the life of Veronica Butler and or Jillian Kelley, and the defendant and or co-conspirators did purchase burner phones, stun guns, and traveled to the area of Highway 95 and Road L, County of Texas, Oklahoma, in furtherance of the conspiracy. The kidnapping is punishable by imprisonment for no more than 20 years. The conspiracy to commit murder is punishable by imprisonment for no more than 10 years or a fine of no more than $5,000 or by both such fine and imprisonment. The first one, murder in the first degree, deliberate intent, Count 1 and Count 2, they're both punishable by death, imprisonment for life, or imprisonment for life without parole. All right, guys, that's it. So that's the affidavit. It's the same for each one across the board except the change of the defendant's name. So this one that I just read you was Tiffany Adams' affidavit, and all of them are exactly the same except it says Cora Twombly, Cole Twombly, Tad Cullum, so forth and so on. So, but everything else on them is the same. All right, guys, I hope that helps. I mean, I know these probable cause affidavits can be a pain in the ass to get through. So I was glad to be able to do a quick reading of it and just post it as a video for you to listen to. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, make sure you like and subscribe. I will catch you on the flip side. Bye.